Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the inside of my BMW 7 Series, my work car. And yes, that is my mountain bike on the back seats. There's some method behind the madness of that, which is my BMW M2 has done 7,500 miles in just under 6 months, whereas this, my work car, has not done many miles at all in the past 3 or 4 months, and therefore I can afford to use it as my daily, even if that means taking my mountain biking. About 3 weeks ago, I headed down to the Forster Racing School, which is situated just near Goodwood in Surrey. The reason I went down there is I met a guy called Leo Forster about a year ago at a car launch, and I've seen him a couple of times since. He's a professional driver, and in fact Leo is an ex-British rallycross champion. He set this school up about 4 or 5 years ago, and basically teaches you how to drive off-road and how to manage understeer and oversteer, as we all like to learn, but in a very safe and very, very fun environment. He uses rage buggies, and he's got 2 types down there. He's got an 80 brake horsepower one and a 140 brake horsepower one, but they're super light, which means the 140 brake horsepower one actually gets from 0 to 60 miles an hour in under 4 seconds. They're very, very quick cars. Now, the reason I'm narrating a lot of this now in my car is because, unfortunately, a lot of my footage from the day was corrupt, and I've lost so much of it. I've lost all of my drone stuff, I've lost loads of the GoPro in-car stuff, and I've even lost some of my intro and outro, which is an absolute pain in the butt, as you can imagine, because, you know, you go down or you do these videos, you spend all day sort of stressing and worrying about what to film, what not to film, and then you get home and realise that some of the footage is damaged or corrupted for whatever reason. But I've managed to salvage some of it. So let's jump to me doing some of my original intro. It's going to be changing conditions today. I think there's a few showers permitted, and they're on road tyres, rear wheel drive, super lightweight, and it's all about just the fundamental skills of handling, really. I say it's back at grassroots racing, and it really is, excuse the pun. It's all about throttle control and managing the weight of the actual rage buggy. The course looks mega. I've seen a few people go out and do some practice laps already. Yeah, I can't wait to get in it, do some practice sessions. I think we have 2 full practice sessions that are maybe 10-15 laps each, and then we go out and we do a few sighting laps, and then we have not a timed lap but a judged lap. They can't be seen to have timed racing around here, but you're judged on your sort of driving ability, and then you get a prize at the end of the day. But it's really cool. It's almost like an off-road go-kart session, but a proper go-kart session. These things look seriously good fun. I'm going to go up and get geared up and hopefully have a really good day. Actually just watched a snippet of one of my 15-minute practice sessions. So you get 2 15-minute practice sessions with Rick the Spud was my instructor, and in fact all the instructors that Leo employs are either ex or current rallycross champions, or obviously really good professional drivers. It's all about having fun and learning stuff, and in those rage buggies on that course, it's just endless fun. Leo actually goes around and wets certain corners, so there are basically two corners of the entire course that are very, very slippery and treacherous, The rage buggies that he uses are on road tyres, just to bring the friction down, because obviously if he put off-road tyres on there would be a lot more grip and it would be a lot less challenging and probably a lot more dangerous as well. You'd have more chance of flipping the car, etc. So road tyres are brilliant, but as soon as it gets wet and muddy, you've obviously got close to zero grip. After the 2 15-minute practice sessions, you then roll into, they can't time you, so it's not a time session as such because of insurance purposes, but in my case, Rick judged my driving abilities and skills and gave me a score based upon that, and I think a secret timing that he might have been looking at, I'm not sure, but I'll show you my final run now because it was awesome. I had so much fun. You can see that I'm struggling to get grip off the line, a bit slow because that was one of the wet patches, and in fact there's a long right-hander into a long left-hander, and the left-hander was still quite damp, and I just lose it as I'm coming back up the hill, which lost my momentum. But otherwise it was a pretty good lap, and I certainly had a lot of fun, and I know that Rick was giggling in places as well, so we both had lots of fun.
Right. Don't try anything new.
No.
Basically, just get yourself round.
Yep.
Right. 3, 2, 1.
Hopefully you've enjoyed that lap. I had just way too much adrenaline going through me. It was just brilliant. It's amazing how much fun you can have going back to grassroots racing, and that's not taking anything away from what Leo and the boys do, because you know everything down there is just so well run and oiled, but it's just, you know, it's a high powered buggy in a really cool field with a great course, and you can just learn so much. It really did you know, tighten up all my skills, got my reactions going a lot better, and I wouldn't say, you know, I learned any less during that afternoon than I did, say, at an afternoon at Palmer Sport. At the end of our runs, we all got a passenger ride in one of the rage buggies with Leo, who is the rallycross champion, and he demonstrated to us what could actually be done. I'm kind of glad that I went out with him afterwards and not before, because I would have tried to copy what he was doing and that could have ended in disaster. But yeah, he was just making up time on me everywhere basically, and carrying so much speed through certain sections, but it was really enjoyable and fun to watch, and he just made it look very, very easy. Huge apologies about the lack of footage from the day. I'm personally gutted. I didn't want to be narrating this from my car. I wanted to show you some of the stuff. I got some awesome drone stuff from the day, which, yeah, is nowhere to be found now. So apologies about that. Apologies to Leo and Rick and everyone else down there as well. But if you want to see more on the rage buggies, I was down there with Sideways Sid, so hopefully his video will be coming out soon. And in fact, Ricky from Living Life Fast was also down there literally a few days after me, which was gutting because I wish we'd gone down at the same time. But Ricky has done a typical top quality Ricky video on it, so I'll put a link to Ricky's video below so you can check what his day was like. An afternoon session that we did down there would cost you 199 quid, and you'd get about 40 minutes of seat time for that £199, which might not sound like a lot, but honestly it is enough, and you do learn so much, and you come away from there with a big smile on your face. So yeah, I'll definitely be going back very soon, and maybe I should arrange a meet down there one day. We'll get a load of us down there. Whoever beats me buys me a beer. Just an idea. Anyway, till next time guys, take it easy, and yeah, speak to you then. Cheers.